As concerns continue over the implications of COVID-19, cattle producers are calling on the U.S. Department of Agriculture to take immediate steps to address the drop in the cattle market due to the disease outbreak. President of the U.S. Cattlemen's Association, Dr. Brooke Miller, joins us now with the latest, and we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today, Dr. Miller. If you would, bring us up to speed on the impact of coronavirus and what it's doing to the U.S. cattle market.
Well, thank you for having me on today. Right now, the U.S. cattle market is in shock. We've seen dramatic drops in live cattle prices, yet boxed beef is up, and market fundamentals just don't seem to be playing in, as far as supply and demand. And we are doing everything we can to work with the USDA to get this market straightened out and try to improve the live cattle market for producers all over the country.
You say you're working with USDA. What are you calling on from the agency? And of course, what would you like to see happen?
Well, we're working on trying to get some indemnity programs for cattle producers for the short term. For the long term, we're trying to get them to ensure us that cattle packing plants will keep up and running, ensure ports of entry and export stay open, and then we're also wanting them to monitor all the data on the anti-competitive buying practices that we feel is currently taking place in the months ahead.
Now, I understand that there's been a special task force created to try and address the market fallout as a result, of course, of the coronavirus COVID-19. Would you tell us a little bit more about that task force?
This is a group of interested parties and producers that are basically putting our head together to try to figure out how to not cut our losses, but prevent as many losses as we can, and to try to get some fairness back into the live cattle market as it relates to the high demand for beef and the high price of beef at the meat counter.
All right. Well, Dr. Miller, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. U.S. Cattlemen's Association President Dr. Brooke Miller on the phone with us today from Virginia.